Either one.
This is for all the Christians out there, or people who call themselves Christians, that think it's okay to burn the flag. We, as Christians, hold a certain standard of the law within our hearts. Hebrews 10:16 tells us that this is the covenant that I will make with those after those days, that we will put His laws into our minds, and in our hearts will I write them. Well, it's the other way around. In our hearts and our minds will I write them. Apostle Paul said, should we sin that grace may abound? Well, I want to ask another question. Should we burn the flag that freedom may abound? God forbid. That's what it says there. Should we burn the flag that freedom may abound? You can take your freedom to a place where it will enslave you. Oh, we have freedom to drink, which produces alcoholics, which end up burning in the pits of hell because they are so free that they enslave themselves with it. This was put into our Constitution. The First Amendment, the freedom of speech, was put into our Constitution so that we would be able to protect our freedoms of the laws that we have set in place. We had the freedom to speak up and say that it's wrong to burn the flag. Patriotic people protect the flag. People who know nothing of patriotism burn the flag. They don't care. They just want to have their way. They just want to be able to say what they want to say. And even if it, like aborting the baby. Same deal. You're walking on another's freedom there. You're walking on another's rights to have your right. And it is terribly, terribly wrong, and it's desecrated. You know something? Back in the 1940s, right after the war, if you were caught burning a flag, desecrating a flag in the United States, you'd go to jail, and you'd go to jail real fast, and you may lose your citizenship, and you could spend a lot of years in jail. Why was that? Well, because the people in that time had sacrificed in such a fashion and in such a manner and in such a depthness that it was driven into their heart that we must protect our flag. Iwo Jima. Have you seen that thing where they was putting the flag? Those soldiers were mounting that flag up. And by the way, I am so proud of our president for making the statement that he did. It's about time that we have a president that will be patriotic. You know what? The presidents of the past, they would be more likely to honor the flag of a foreign nation than they would our own. Obama refused to salute the flag at some times, or refused to hold his hand up and give honor to the flag of those men. But I guarantee you this, Obama being dragged through the mud by patriots is more likely to honor our flag now than he ever was before in all of his life. I'll tell you what, man, a testimony that this is a free nation is a man like him could have been elected to start with. Not that he's black, that got nothing to do with it. Taking out the fact that a lot of people voted for him for one reason, because he was black. This black friend of mine, I said, why are you voting for Obama? I said, what has he ever done that you like? Well, he's black and I'm black. I'm like, that doesn't really qualify you for that office. There's nothing wrong with being black, but that's not a qualification for the President of the United States. And I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, well, if he's black, then he's more likely to help me. Really? Go back and look what the man did. When he took office, unemployment among young black Americans was terrible. It was 18%. But you know what it is now? 40%. He did absolutely nothing. He shafted black Americans that voted for him.
He did his brother too.
And yeah, you know what? He's got a brother over there that lives in extreme poverty in Kenya. He don't do anything for him. He didn't do anything for him. You know, it's heartbreaking to me. And people that burn our flag, this is the kind of morality that they have. You know what the problem with Christians that say they want to burn the flag? This is what the deal is with them. They haven't gotten themselves to the place, to the moral place, of where they respect that flag enough not to burn it. They say, well, it's all about freedom of speech. Is it really? Is it really? Why don't you ask, go find a war, I challenge you, go find a war veteran that's been in any war, anywhere. Anywhere. I don't care what his party affiliation is. Go ask him about burning that flag. Yeah, and there is those select few, about 1%, that you can find and put on YouTube that you can pay money for, who really don't care, and some of them have no idea why they were there for a short time, wasn't around it long enough. I mean, there's always a few that is just so stupid on the inside that, man, they just don't get it. But I tell you what, man, I was in the military for 2 years, and while I was there, I learned what respecting that flag was all about. Men giving their life. I had to put my life at risk. No, I never was in a war, but I was on my way. I was on my way to a war. Should we say, then, that sin should abound, or that we should sin that grace may abound? God forbid. I've seen so many degrading things on YouTube about our flag, and yet they call themselves Christians. You know. Now this isn't for you liberals who think that it's, you know, freedom is all about having the desire to sin anytime you want. Yeah, I'm not talking to you people. I'm talking to the Christians that say they're Christian and hold a standard of love. These Christians say they hold a standard of love, but yet they desecrate that same love by burning the flag that their forefathers risked their life for, and some even died. Listen, there is not a citizen of the United States. I'm going to 99.9% the citizens of the United States have ancestors who have died under that flag. But yet they say it's okay to burn it in a desecrated manner, not putting it away rightly, because when you put it away rightly, you burn the flag. When a flag has been desecrated, then it is burnt for that cause in a respectful manner. And you know, the flag of the United States is not just another symbol of who we are. It's not just another symbol. It was put there. Shut up. Go lay down. It was put there by people who were under intense passion. Betsy Ross, Francis Scott Key, who wrote our national anthem. Do you know where he was and what he was doing when he wrote that? He was sitting in a boat, watching it being bombarded, and in the morning he saw that it still stood. He said the flag was still there. That's a symbol. You know, and this is why I know for a fact that you folks who think it's okay to burn this thing disgracefully, you are living in an unlearned position and have no idea what you're doing, what you're talking about. Listen, burning our flag in a desecrated manner is not freedom of speech. You're hearing me? Burning our flag in a desecrated manner is not freedom of speech. It is a freedom that will bring you to slavery. Just as an alcoholic, just as one who splurges his money in the casinos, just as one who is captive by the pornographic materials on his laptop or on his PC. That kind of freedom, America, we do not need. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next time. Crossing the Middle Ministry.